In the last lesson, we explored the first microorganisms, tiny but powerful pioneers that thrived in extreme conditions. In this lesson, we look at how these microorganisms began to change the world itself, setting in motion the biggest transformation in Earth's history: the birth of photosynthesis. Or, at first, the life on Earth was anaerobic, meaning it didn't use oxygen. Energy came from chemical reactions, like breaking down sulfur or methane. But eventually, a remarkable process evolved: photosynthesis. Certain bacteria developed the ability to capture sunlight and convert it into energy using carbon dioxide and water. One group of these bacteria, called cyanobacteria, became the most influential life forms on early Earth. Cyanobacteria produce oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, something that had never existed in large amounts before. Animation, the great oxygenation event. Over millions of years, oxygen began to accumulate in oceans and then in the atmosphere. This period, known as the Great Oxygenation Event, happened about 2.4 billion years ago, and it changed everything. At first, oxygen was toxic to many anaerobic organisms, causing massive extinction. But for others, it was an opportunity. New life forms began to use oxygen for energy through aerobic respiration, which is far more efficient than anaerobic respiration processes. This shift allowed life to grow larger, more complex, and more diverse. Oxygen also reacted with iron in the oceans, forming banded iron formations, the red layered rocks we still find today. How oxygen transformed the planet. As oxygen built up, the atmosphere began to stabilize, and a protective ozone layer formed in the upper atmosphere. This shield blocked harmful UV radiation, making Earth's surface safer for new life forms. The increase in oxygen also led to new ecosystems and the evolution of eukaryotic cells with nuclei and organelles. These cells would later give rise to plants, animals, and fungi, all descendants of the microbial world. So thanks to these microscopic pioneers, Earth went from a lifeless rock to a living, breathing planet. In conclusion, the emergence of photosynthesis was one of the most important evolutionary milestones in Earth's history. It just didn't feed early microbes, it fueled a planetary transformation. Because of these ancient microorganisms, we have the air we breathe, the ozone that protects us, and the energy that flows, that supports all ecosystems today. In our next lesson, we'll explore how this oxygen-rich world led to the rise of eukaryotic cells, the next big step in life's evolution. Small cells, big changes. That's the story of life's greatest milestones.